Hi, this is Dr. Guerrero. I'm going to be giving a presentation on how to write an APA paper. In particularly, this presentation focuses on the relevance in nursing education. As you can see, the American Association of Colleges of Nursing in 2013 published the Essentials of Baccalaureate Education for Professional Nursing. In this document, it really makes a strong point for how nurses need to be able to communicate inter and intraprofessionally, and then also discusses a lot of information about evidence-based practice. So in particularly, we want you to be able to write using APA formatting so that you can show that you know how to produce good evidence-based papers that are really the standard for professional writing and for publication. The videos that are going to be in this APA series are going to be about 8 of them that you can watch independently. They're about maybe 5 to 8 minutes, 10 minutes tops at the most, so that you can just kind of get what you need at that point in time. And you can see all of the different titles that we're going to be covering. You will be using Word, and particularly I'm using Microsoft Office 10. So if you have a different software package, it is similar. You may have to search and use the search function to see where in your version of Word things are located. You will also need the APA Publication Manual 6th edition, because that is what is the standard text for where all of this information comes from. And in particularly, the OWL at Purdue is a very well done resource for you that many students access. However, over the years of teaching this course, I have seen that there are subtleties within the APA at Purdue that students don't really focus on, because they're really not going back and looking at the APA publication manual to see how things really should be written. So I will be calling your attention to those things at the appropriate time. Just general tips that we're going to be talking about and discussing throughout these presentations is number one, how to set up your page correctly. The correct level of headings, that's really important. Many of you come into the nursing program from perhaps other disciplines, or having written for some of your other English professors, where you really are not using headings in order to write your papers. APA really encourages the use of headings, because it really is a very discrete way of reading a manuscript or reading a research article, and you getting the information that you want from all the different sections. It is a quick way for organizing your paper. The other reason for using levels of headings is, to be honest with you, it's easy for me to grade your paper. So if you have included all the different headings from the that are the recommended areas of your paper, it will be much easier for me to read your paper and therefore give you the appropriate number of points that you deserve. Spelling and grammar check. Always do one final check before you turn anything in. In particularly, I like to suggest to students that they read aloud their paper, their final paper, and record it if at all possible. Or read it aloud to somebody else and have them give you really good feedback. If you know someone who is a spelling and grammar hound, have them read your paper. If you don't have anyone like this, or this is a very weak area for you, I'm going to highly suggest that you use the resources at the library with the Writing Center, so that you can turn in your best work to me. Your final work should be the best work. If you're going to be spelling out any numbers 1 through 10, they actually have to be spelled out. Any other numbers above that, you can certainly just use the regular numerical number. You do not ever refer to an article by the title in the body of the paper. I don't ever want to see that from any of you. As you can see, and I'm going to stop this presentation real quickly so that you can see a published article here. Let me this big so everybody can see it. This is Obesity Risk Factors for Women Living in the Appalachian Region, an integrative review. And you can see how the reviewer, the writer, the article authors, they have the title. These are the actual authors of the article that this author is citing. Okay, so if I were interested in finding this particular author, I would go to the reference page and look for Wilkinson and Marmot 2008. See if we can find it. Right here, Wilkinson and Marmot 2008, and I can easily go and find it if I wanted to, just by searching, for the title of this. Okay. So you don't ever see the actual title being referred to in the document itself. Okay. You will also need to pay very close attention to capitalizations, italics, use of punctuation in the reference page, and in in-text citations. We're going to go through that with each of the different areas, specifically when we talk about references and in-text citations. Going to show you how to set up your reference page correctly. A reference page is called a references, or reference if you only have one. It is not a works cited page, so please use that particular word when you're writing your reference page. The reference page also only includes the actual references that you used in making your paper, and that you're citing within your paper itself. Not everything in particularly that you looked at that maybe you got some information from but decided not to use it in your paper. So it's only those things that you have included in your paper that you have done some in-text citations for. And then if you want to use an abstract, it is not this is not something that you have to turn in for my class, but you should ask your professors whether or not they would want an abstract included. If you're ever going to write for publication, certainly they will want an abstract. If you do need to provide an abstract, you will write an abstract that is flush left, so you do not indent, and it has to be no more than 250 words. All right, so good luck with that. And I look forward to showing you how to write a better APA paper.